3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about interview lighting, as you can see by the title. Now before I get into the video, I want to introduce myself. My name is Denny. I'm a cinematographer and director located in Kingston, Jamaica. Now as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about interview lighting, and I'm going to show you how you can achieve quality interview lighting with only 2 lights. Technically 4, but I'll get into it in the video. Before I go, I just want to encourage you to subscribe if you are into gear reviews or lighting tutorials and anything that really helps you to elevate your filmmaking skills. This is the place for it. I'll also leave links in the description below of all the equipment that I use on this video and in general. So these links are affiliate links, and so when you click on them and you make a purchase, I will get a kickback. That's just one way how to support this channel, so I can keep on making videos, especially gear related videos, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made in purchasing gear that may not be necessary. So thanks for the support, and I hope to see you guys soon and chatting with you guys soon. Comment down below. All right, so this is our key light. Here we have the Forza 500 watt with a aperture light dome. I think this is a 120 dome. And this is a 5-in-1 reflector. This is the inside of the 5-in-1 reflector. It comes with the other side, it comes in this layer, and this goes inside here. You have a silver side and the black side, which is like negative fill, which is something I'm going to explain in just a moment. And it comes with a white side, so you can bounce, fill in the shadow side of your subject with this, because it's white, it's a white bounce. Gold is something I think is just a specialty type of thing. I don't use this very often, if any at all. For the most part, the black side, yes, and the white, but not anything else. So this is basically, so this is one layer. Actually I have 2, check this out. I have 2 layers of diffusion class in the dome. This is 1 layer, and it's actually 3 because there's another one inside the actual dome. It must be extremely bright in there. But there's 1 layer of diffusion in the dome. This is another layer. And then this is a egg crate or honeycomb grid. What this does now, so that's the honeycomb grid. What that does is to help to focus the light to a specific area. So without this, the light would spread everywhere around the room, and that's not something that I'm going for. I kind of want it to be focused on the subject, which is Tarek. And this is an added layer of diffusion to make the light a little bit more softer. And I'll show you guys a little bit later what that looks like with the soft, with this added, and then without the honeycomb grid or the egg crate, and just see how that affects the light quality on his skin. All right, so over here, this is my backlight, but I've also added a little bit of layer of diffusion to it so that it's not like too harsh, you know. I do like my backlights, or they call it a rim light. I do like my rim lights diffused, not too harsh in terms of the quality of the light, not too edgy. And it really depends on the scene, but for this, it's a talking head. I want it to be a little bit soft on the skin. And so I wrapped it with a little bit of diffusion. And it's a very cheap light, you know. It's a very cheap light that I picked up off Amazon. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it down below. This would be an affiliate link, so I would probably get a kickback. I would get a kickback if you decide to purchase. So just a note, that would help out the channel and help me out, so to get more gear so that I can make reviews, so that you can make better decisions when buying gear. So this material over here now, probably wondering what the heck is this? This is a moving blanket, and it's very thick. It's a very thick layer of material. So basically what this is for, remember earlier I talked about negative fill. So what that means is basically removing light from one side of your talent, or even on both sides. In this case, for this interview, I wanted to add a little bit more shadows to one side of Tariq's face. And so to do that, I use this black material. It basically absorbs the light that's coming in this direction because it's black. If you notice, the wall is white. And so if I didn't have this, the wall would be bouncing back the light that's coming off of our key light over there to this side of his face. And I didn't really want that, so that's why I have this. You can get this on Amazon for cheap. It comes in a box of about 6. So I can probably link that in the description as well so that you can have it. The next benefit to this thing is audio. So because it's so thick, right, it absorbs the sound waves that are bouncing around. So in this space, as you can see, it's spacious. And so when I'm speaking or when somebody's speaking, the sound waves travel all over and bounce off the walls. And so having material like this in your space, even if it's just like a pile of clothes or even on the ground, as you can see, I added some on the ground, just so that reduces the amounts of reflections that we get from the sound wave just bouncing all over. And so this absorb it so that it sounds a little bit less echoey in here. You don't really want your footage to sound that way unless it's a creative decision. And for this, we never wanted that. So this coming handy where that is concerned. So these two lamps that I have here, these are like my background lights, and it kind of set the tone of the background. So I have like bulbs in it that are LED bulbs, and so this is a LED bulb from Govee. I will try and link this in the description, but this is a really good bulb. I love it. If you can't afford something like an Aputure B7C, which is a similar, it is a LED bulb, RGBW, I believe, or RGB bulb. This one is a RGB bulb. It also comes with an app, and basically you can change the color temperature of your lights, and you can change the color. You can make it any color that you want. And so I went with blue for this one on both sides. That's basically the setup. What I'll do next is show you guys basically what each light is doing in the scene. So I'll turn off all the lights and then turn them on one by one so that you can see the effects that is happening, what the diffusion looks like when it's added. And yeah, I'll show you guys the actual final footage. We are shooting on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras, the 6K and the 4K today. I'm shooting in ProRes proxy. Let me know in the comments down below if you have been enjoying this so far and if you've learned something. If whatever it is, if it's a sound blanket or the backlight or whatever, let me know if you learned something in the comments. And I'm not a celebrity. I will actually answer you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sound it off. All right, so on, and then on. All right, so this is the background light, and this is what it looks like with just the background light on. Then we're gonna turn on our hair light or backlight, which is gonna be helpful in separating Tariq from the background. And so as you can see, there is a little bit of a rim around his hair and his shoulder, and so that will separate him from the background. Now we're gonna turn on our final light, which is gonna be our key light. And this is the key light with only the first and second layer of diffusion. And as you can see, it's a little bit harsh on the skin. And I can show you guys what it looks like without the grid attached. So let's see. So this is the first layer, the first and second layer of diffusion. My God, this is so bright. So I will touch down on the ISO just a bit. It's a little bit harsh. It's flooding the background, and everything, you know, so it's not really beautiful yet. Work in progress. And then we're gonna add, you know, it's soft. You can see that the light is still soft. It is a soft light, but I want it to be much softer. And so we can see what one layer of diffusion looks like. So this is what one layer of diffusion looks like. And it's, I mean, it's soft light, but it's not that soft. As you can see, the material here is helping to fill the shadow side, or not fill, sorry, but it's helping to reduce the amount of light that's going back onto his face, and so you get a little bit of contrast on the left side of his face. Let's add our second layer of diffusion. So this is what our second layer of diffusion looks like on the face. It's, you know, still a little bit harsh. The background is still, you know, bright, and we want to be able to see the lamps and have the background a little bit more covered in blue. And so for doing that, how we're going to achieve that is by using the grid. And you'll see what happens when I put the grid on. And this is what the diffusion, the two layers of diffusion plus our grid looks like. As you can see, the background gets a little bit darker, and also, you know, the blue stands out a little bit more now because of that, because we added the grid, so there's a lot more, the light is a lot more focused on him and off the background. All right, so now the last layer that I want to add is the 5-in-1 reflector, which is going to be another layer of diffusion. And we add that in front of the light. And you can see what that is doing to the face. You know, let me just get it out with a frame. As you can see, this is the added layer of diffusion here, which it does so much for the face. You know, it smooths out, you know, all the imperfections in the skin and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that your actor, your character, your client looks their best. And so, you know, adding more diffusion layers, but you need a strong light. The output of your light needs to be really strong in order to have so many layers of diffusion. Luckily for me, I've invested in a very high powered light with the Nanlite 500 watt. And so it's a very powerful light. It's 500 watts of output. It's worth it. You know, as a working cinematographer, you want a few really bright lights in your kit if it is that you want to be an owner operator. You know, this is the final look. Let's just take a look at how everything comes together nicely. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Tarek for being, well, actually, he begged me a favor. So.
Tell him that, you could have said no, you know.
No, I couldn't say no.
Oh, okay.
No, I couldn't say no. I love doing this.
You hear that? He couldn't say no.
No, man, I love doing this.
It's not
I love doing this. You know, every time I get the opportunity to just create and create without boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, just to do something you love for the experiment of it. And even though, you know, there is a deadline and whatever, it's still, you know, you're not getting paid to do it, but it's fun either way. Yeah. You know, and I get an opportunity to flex my cinematography and practice, because practice makes habit. If you've gotten value from this video, let me know in the comments, you know, let me know what you've learned so far. And also, please let me know things that you want to learn, because that will help me to give an idea of what I can create for you guys, so that, you know, you can learn and I can learn in the process. So, you know, you never know everything, you know. I'm always a student of this craft, and that's
he knows a lot of things though. He's being very humble, but I'm just saying, as your friend, man.
You know, You know,
Just saying.
thank you. Thank you very much. But I don't want this video any longer than what it is. So I'm gonna close this out here. Thank you again, Tarek, for coming through and obliging to be a part of the video.
Sure.
He could have went home. So
Really could have.
yeah. But he's here still at 10:48 p.m. So
Average Tuesdays, there you go.
alright, so see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to comment, like, and share this video.
And subscribe.
And subscribe to the channel. I will make more content like this for you guys. And yeah, see you in the next video. Big up all on. Peace.